Daniel Jones signs a $14 million deal 1 year with the Indianapolis Colts. And this is just so hilarious to me.
It's a great signing, I think.
I think it's a great signing for sure, obviously from a money standpoint, and the fact that, the Giants were paying him $40 million a year. I get that.
It also puts pressure on AR, too.
And that's, I think, the big point. Adam Schefter did come out and say that Daniel Jones was kind of pondering his decision because he feels like when he picked the Colts, he's got a better chance to compete for the starting job against AR than he does competing with J.J. McCarthy in Minnesota. So
100%.
That's all fair to say. But the one thing I have to note...
Does that not speak volumes?
That's another great point. Another great point. But the one thing that I have to note as a Giants fan that has dealt with Daniel Jones for his long tenure in a Giants uniform is you have Pat McAfee tweeting before his show that we got our guy. Just imagine that. Daniel Jones and we got our guy in the same sentence. Because all of the media and fans, including myself, I think the last time I said something good about Daniel Jones was 2022. But all of the media in his tenure with the Giants was he sucks, he's got no accuracy, his decision-making is horrible, and he's not an NFL quarterback. And he'll be a backup. But now we're talking about him being our guy?
I could see it.
I just don't understand it.
That boy played with Andrew Luck. I feel like Daniel Jones is like a very, very poor man's and like EBT Andrew Luck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like think about the skill set, all that, but just on food stamps. Like that, he's just Andrew Luck on food stamps.
But okay, so
I can see the vision. I can see the vision.
But if he underperforms or he doesn't get the starting gig, or he has to come in if AR gets hurt, or they just aren't doing well to start the season, they want to try something new, let DJ get in there and run the offense for a couple games, and he doesn't perform, are we immediately just going to go back on what we said about him being our guy and shitting on him again? I just think the flip-flop of Daniel Jones from the media perspective is insane. I backed him as long as I could as a Giants fan. In 2022 was the last time I did it because when he shit the bed in 2023 and then tore the ACL, I was kind of out of it, but I said I would give him one more shot. And then in 2024, just a complete and utter embarrassment, and I was done before he was released.
That's still gang, bro. That's still gang.
So I just want to know the flip flop for me on Daniel Jones is just absolutely insane.
We don't know where Pat was at though. At least I don't know where Pat was at. Maybe he was doing it. I don't know where Pat was.
I don't officially know where he was at it. I don't think he's got his shit on players, but
that's still gang, bro. Like it's crazy because I was hating on DJ like before 22, and I remember 22. I was like, bro. He's not him, but bro, I could see the vision. If he gets his shit together, I could really see this being a solid NFL quarterback. I could see him being Brock Purdy-esque, a little better, a little bigger, a little faster, but do the same things. I could see it.
2022, he was a leader.
But I think there was times where people I think it's what happens with a lot of players when people put them in conversations that they shouldn't be in early because people were saying Daniel Jones could be this, Daniel Jones could be that. And then like when you're inconsistent and you're young and you have different coaches and your locker room probably doesn't have as much confidence in you as you think you like. I think a lot of that. I think it's very hard to play quarterback in a locker room that doesn't have confidence in you, bro. Especially a year after they get rid of a guy that everyone thought was the most important player, best player on the team. I feel like it's just hard to do. I'm not trying to.
I also think,
but I think a change of pace, a change of scenery could be good for him, especially in a locker room. Pat McAfee was talking about that doesn't really have many leaders, so like they're trying to do a full rebuild in there. Shane Steichen's the coach. He's done very well with quarterbacks before in the past. I personally think, I don't want to say slam dunk signing because it's like very, very reactionary to say that, but I think this is one of those signings that if he does well, like maybe he gets a second contract, people are like, damn, they actually found some value for Daniel Jones, who is Andrew Luck on food stamps, and it could work out, bro.
But you didn't do him justice by giving him top 5 money. Well, I think that's not his fault. That's not his fault. But that gives him unwarranted pressure.
That's where a lot of the problems I think started.
When you don't even get anywhere near close to expectations, it's a disaster.
Money. It's very bad.
So this one almost feels like it's better for Colts fans. I can try to understand it because hey. We're not as dumb as the Giants. We gave him 1 year, $14 million instead of 1 year, $40 fucking million.
And like, bro,
so I get it.
I think that kid has potential, bro.
But this is a guy that we've been shitting on for years, and we want to now completely switch the role and say he's the guy. Yeah. He and also you said it at the beginning of this conversation too. Does that not talk about your 22-year-old quarterback in Richardson that you're talking about? Daniel Jones is your guy. when you still have to figure it out with Anthony Richardson.
Speaks volumes.
That's
Speaks
just crazy
volumes.
to me.
I think and this is just speculation, right? We have no idea. I have no idea what's going on, but just based off reports I've read and beat writers and shit like that, like it doesn't sound like Anthony Richardson right now is the best leader. And I hope that changes because I think that guy is oozing with talent and can be a very good player in the league. I think with Daniel Jones, they could be seeing someone as, when you get these guys that are, what is Daniel Jones, 27, 28 at this point? Like around vet age on your second chance, third chance, I think you enhance a lot of leadership qualities. I think we've seen Baker go through it. We've just seen Sam Darnold go through it. I think we've seen Geno go through it. I think even like Nick Foles when he came for his second tenure with the Eagles, even as a backup when he stepped in, like just more of a leader, just knowing that you don't get chances like this a lot in the league, and your main job as a quarterback is to keep a locker room together. I think he has an opportunity. I don't know if he's going to capitalize on it as much as I think he will, but I think he has a great opportunity, and it could work out, bro. It could be sad for Giants fans, but I think if you guys get Shador, then who the fuck cares?
Yeah, but on that point though, last thing though on that point is if he does do well, and again I'm going to root for him, I am, but if he does do well, it's just going to be another
on brand
tally mark of a laughing
so
thing against the Giants.
Odell gets a chip.
But you know what's annoying?
Saquon gets a chip.
JPP left, got a chip with the Bucks.
JPP gets a chip.
Kadarius Toney left, got a chip with the Chiefs.
Oh my god.
But I think I will say though on that point
Xavier McKinney.
McKinney balling out, and then you sign Holland. You give Darius Slayton the Saquon Barkley contract. It's all continuing to add up to more laughs and more laughs and more laughs. And I get it. But to the Daniel Jones standpoint, if he does exceed expectations and he does well with the Colts, you can't blame that on the Giants.
No, you can't.
Because you saw what he did in the Giants uniform, and everybody shit on him. So I don't want to hear anybody, if Daniel Jones exceeds expectations in an Indianapolis Colts uniform, that they come with the Giants, because y'all shit on him when he was in a Giants uniform.
Just the fact that you gave him a contract that he wasn't worthy of.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gave him top 5 money for no apparent reason at all, and then the Hard Knocks quote of we're not going to have a $40 million quarterback to hand off to a $13, $14, $15 million running back. Well, more laughs, but I did have to mention that because the flip flop was just insane to me. And it just had to be said. It had to be said.